All right. Yes. Thank you for your help in the introduction, Piggy. Yeah. Glad you are up on the tree to help. Anyways, hello everybody and welcome back to A Thinking Pack, episode 20. And in this episode, we are going to be covering, basically, this is a special episode. And basically, we're going to be talking about what is a thinking pack. I kind of talked about that before in episode 1, but anyways, we're going to be going over again, seeing as we've gone a whole 20 episodes, what is a thinking pack, and why did I call it a thinking pack, and we're going to be going over the list of challenges for the series, and explaining some other random things about it. So anyways, without further... Well, I was going to say without further ado, but apparently getting tongue-tied is a hindrance on the endeavor. So, without further ado, let's get started on A Thinking Pack episode 20! Hello there! So, basically, first I should give a tiny little bit of introduction. And I think I'm getting really loud, actually. Yes, the first thing to mention is I changed some of my microphone settings a little bit. So, it shouldn't sound any different, I don't think. But if it does, if it sounds bad or whatever, that would be why. So, hopefully it doesn't sound too bad. But anyways... Oh, wrong button. I wanted F5, not 5. Bit of a difference there. So, welcome back to A Thinking Pack episode 20. And in this episode, well, basically, last episode, we were continuing working on our project to get power and fuel up to the quarry thing up there. However, this episode is kind of a special episode. As I said before, it's kind of a refocusing episode, you could call it. It's kind of... that kind of stuff. And one thing I found is that my explanation in episode 1 was very, very long and probably confusing, and so this is intended to be a shorter version of that explanation, seeing as it's episode 20, and that's kind of a big milestone. But anyways, so what I did, the project from last time, in case you're wondering, I put it all in this chest here, all the stuff for the project, and we're going to get back to that later. What we got for now, I'm going to make a map and head off around the map trying to explore it. So I've been doing basically everything on camera, which, by the way, is one of the challenges or parameters or whatever you want to call it of the series. I've been doing mostly everything on camera. However, I went and got some sugarcane off camera because that would have taken a long time at the beginning of the episode to find the sugarcane. So anyways, in order to make a map, you make a map by... We got map, we got empty map, and we got map location. That, I think, has to do with one of the train mods or something. I'm not really sure. Or maybe it's BuildCraft. Maybe it's BuildCraft. But anyways, this map is an item, has no crafting recipe. This is what we're going for. Empty map. And I know the regular way to craft it. What other ways are there? We could use a chemical synthesis machine, but we don't have one of those yet. So let's just make it this way. So we need a compass, 4 iron, and a piece of redstone, and we need a bunch of paper around that. So let's make a bunch of paper first of all. There's some paper. Let's make some more paper because I don't really know how much we're going to need. Actually, let's just stick with the 53 for now and see what we can come across. So we need 1 redstone. We need... I thought that I had enough iron, but apparently I only have 2 iron. So you know what? I think I have some iron in here. Yeah. So I'm going to put the iron back in there later on. So let's go and craft our compass. There we go. And let's go and craft our map. There we go. We got an empty map. So how the map works basically is you take the map and it's an empty map. Wherever you want to start the map will be, like wherever you open it, will be the center of the map. So go to wherever you want to start the map from and right click and then you got your map. So this is a fairly small area and the whole thing just about is discovered already. What we can do is now that the map has been opened, now we can put it in the crafting table and we can put paper around it. And there we go. So now we have a map that is bigger, zoomed out farther, as you can see. And I'm just noticing there's a red splotch on the map. I'm curious what that is. I think we're going to go head that way. And we can even take this map and we can do the same thing over again. And as soon as we have this map ready, then we will be heading out. So you can see now it's zoomed out even farther. And that is our current surroundings. And if we make the map, if we do it again, if I can get my... Wait, how do I... Okay. I lost the rhythm on the clicking and then I couldn't figure it out. There we go. Got them all to spread out. By the way, if you don't know how to spread things out in Minecraft, you just basically, when you're holding an item, then you click in the slot, left click, and drag. And then it spreads them out. That's basically the idea. So now our map is zoomed out even farther, and does it go another layer? Yes, it does. Does it go another layer? No, it does not. Okay, so this is now the fully zoomed out map. There you go. So that is, oh boy, so that red thing that we were looking at before we can't actually see anymore. Do we have some more iron so that I can see the low zoomed map? No, we don't. Okay. Wonderful. Anyways, we'll head out. So, get our shovel in slot 8, map in slot 7. There we go. And put away the, we might as well take the paper with us. Let's put away the sugarcane, though, and our seeds, and our sapling, and we should be good to go. All right, so, yeah, so welcome back to A Thinking Pack, episode... I just typed in my password wrong to get into my notes. Anyways, that's not the name that was intended. I'm going to put the map in slot 1, because that's an easy scroll to get to the map. Okay, so let's see. Let's go north. Let's start with going north. That's this way. And let's see what's over north. So, yeah. So basically, A Thinking Pack is, it's my own invention of mod pack. It is basically, the idea is, no. Okay, the cow doesn't want me to explain right now. But, fortunately, the cow doesn't have a say in the project, so... Project? Is an explanation a project? I don't know. Maybe it is. But anyways, So, yeah, basically, a thinking pack, it's my own invention of a mod pack, and basically, it's not intended, like, the way I'm going to be playing this, I'm going to get to explaining what it actually is in a minute or two, but I'm going to basically explain what the idea is, and I'm going to get, while we're here, we might need a boat later on, so I'm going to get some wood to go and make a boat from. There we go. So where's our map? There's our map. Alright, so yeah, so basically, I'm going to explain what it is specifically in a second. But basically, how I'm intending to play it, it's not intended as a grinding series so much, although we'll probably have to do some of that along the way. And what I mean by grinding series is, I mean, like, where you sit there and do something, like farm something for ages or whatever. So, like, for example, if you were, let's say, oh, and we're having some chunk loading problems. So let's say if you're making a cobblestone generator, an infinite cobblestone generator or whatever, there's a design you can build that it's a very good design actually. But then basically it creates cobblestone instantly, but then you have to sit there and mine it. And so you just like sort of sit there and mine it a bunch. And I need to actually turn my fan on because the computer I think is running too hard right now. So yeah, you have to sit there with your cobblestone generator and mine it for a long time, or perhaps you're going mining underground or something, and you have to do that for a long time. And why am I getting so choppy? Is it just because I'm loading new areas? Perhaps that's the case. Aha! See, this is what I was talking about. This is the area where I need a boat, and I'm going to reload the chunks. Yeah, sorry about the choppiness and the jumping and all that. Ooh, we got an egg. I don't know actually why it is doing that jumping. Because as you can see, well, as you can't see right now because there's a crafting screen in the way, but as you can see, as soon as I close the crafting screen, my frame rate is pretty close to 60 frames per second. So I don't really know why. It's not the frame rate that's making it jump, so I don't really know how to fix that at the moment. So yeah, so basically mining, for example, you have to sit there and mine for a long time and all that. And yeah, so it's not intended to be like that so much, although as you've seen through previous episodes, we do have to do some mining. Although as we go along, as we get farther along, we'll need to do less and less of it. And it's not intended as an aggressive series. I actually, like, when I watch YouTube a lot, there's a lot of aggressive series that I really enjoy watching, like sort of aggressive. I don't know actually if they'd count as aggressive or not, but more than this anyways. But this is not so much that. This is more of just like figuring out things and doing things through thinking and all that kind of stuff. That's why it's called a thinking pack. And we got chunk loading errors again. And yeah, so that's the basic idea. And so yes, it's intended more as, what I like to say is basically we're trying to find non-standard, intriguing ways to do things, and it's more about, this is more about, I guess you could say, finding the way to do something, finding some way to do something, rather than, like, actually doing it so much. Of course, in order to find out if the way that you're coming up with actually works, you need to actually do it. But yeah, anyways, so that's kind of the idea. So it's intended to be more on the thinking side of things, and that's why it's called a thinking pack. And on that note, I took out a lot of the obvious ways to do things. So actually, I should start back with, what is it that we're doing, a thinking pack? basically it's a mod pack, which, if you're new to mod packs, basically it's a collection of mods, which stands for modifications. So it's a collection of modifications for Minecraft, basically. It's a collection of mods, is what a mod pack is. And that is basically what a thinking pack is I found a whole bunch of mods that I like and put them together to make my own sort of way of playing the game, my own sort of way the game works. And yeah, that's kind of the thing. And we're kind of at the end of the water in that direction. I'm going to try going around this land. I'm going to map out the ocean right now. Not the ocean, not the whole ocean, but just the part that's on the map here. And see where we can go from there. So this all looks very interesting, actually. I noticed we saw an island that we passed by earlier, which is that little green dot near the top of the map. But yeah, so it's a collection of mods that I really like. And the original idea when I set this up, and maybe I need to go in closer to the shore, I don't know. Actually, probably not. That's only a few blocks different from where I was, so we got it mapped just fine. But anyways, yeah, so basically the original idea when I set up these mods several years ago, actually, this was one of the first collections this is one of the first mod packs that I made. One of the original ideas was I wanted it to be basically regular Minecraft, except there were a couple of mods that I really wanted to include. And also I wanted everything to be automatable. So, and even as it is, I think there's still a few things here and there that you run into that can't be automated. But the basic idea is that everything would be automatable. So yeah, so basically it's intended to be as close to regular Minecraft as possible, with ComputerCraft as one of the main mods, and Galacticraft because, of course, space, you know, it's a lot of fun and everything. And that's basically the idea. Those, I would say, are kind of the two main mods. And then there's also Applied if I can say that properly, Applied Energistics, which is a mod that we're going to be getting to at some point in the future, assuming things work according to plan. And what is that? Oh, that's oil. We found some oil. Yay! So basically, yeah. So Applied Energistics is one of the mods that we're going to be getting to in the future. And I'm just going to go up and explore this little section that I missed, and then head back down and continue exploring the shoreline. Excuse me. So, yeah, so that's... Which way am I facing? This way is the way I'm supposed to be facing. So, yeah, so basically... So, I've seen, actually, and I've played a lot of them. Well, I guess not a lot of them. Well, maybe a lot of them. Depends how many there are. But anyways, I've seen a lot of mod packs which really change the game. Add all kinds of neat things, like fancy ways your hunger works, and temperature, and all kinds of, like, I can't even think of all the things right now. But yeah, like, basically I've seen mods that change pretty much anything about the game. So, and those actually, they can be a lot of fun. I've tried some of them before, and I've seen a lot of Let's Plays on them and everything like that, and yeah, they're very neat. But that's not what this is intended to be. This one is intended to be basically regular Minecraft, except everything automatable. And so we'll use the mods for most of the automation and all that kind of stuff. And I think we found a little, whatever you call this, I guess this is a bay, actually. We found a bay over here. Yay! So, yeah, I don't really remember where I was going with that explanation. Whoops! Ah! Just broke my boat. Ran into the side. You know what? I should probably grab one more tree while we're here. Actually, no, you know what? Forget about it. Just stick the crafting table, make another boat out of the planks that we have right here. Pick up our crafting table, and continue on our journey around to explore the map. So, yeah, so that's basically the idea. So, on that note, let me check my notes here on that note. And sorry if you can hear that fan. Normally I try to insulate it somehow, but I wasn't expecting to have to use it, so it's not kind of insulated right now. So, yeah, so basically the idea is, as far as the mods go, there were a few mods that I really enjoy playing around with, and they're kind of the focus of the series. One is obviously... Whoops! I just broke my boat again! I'm going to grab another tree while we're here, because I'm probably going to end up breaking my boat a whole bunch more times. And now let's head back out. Let's get our crafting table crafted. And I think let's not go in so close to the shore this time. Or next time, rather. There we go. Oh, you read something out of the corner of your eye. I thought, so, what? Okay, don't get out of the boat when it's so close to the shore. Apparently, I've not used boats very often. I'm going to make 2 of them, actually. That would be a smart idea. So that I don't have to keep stopping and making another one. You see something out of the corner of your eye? I got into the boat and read down there, it says, press right shift to discount. So it's like you get a cheaper boat if you press right shift or something like that. I don't know. It says dismount. But anyways, yeah, so ComputerCraft obviously is one of the main mods that I want to play around with, which I already have done a whole lot. And Minechem is also another one. It adds chemistry mechanics into Minecraft. And that's basically... That sounds like... Blah, excuse me for getting tongue-tied once again. But, yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun, actually. And I've played around with Minechem before a little bit. Although, when, like, this collection of mods, I played around with it before! Okay, have the chunk just load in right in front of you and almost crash your boat again. But I've played around with this collection of mods before, and I didn't have Minechem installed at the time. And then I went and installed Minechem, and something... I think I just didn't play it after that point for some reason. I don't remember why. But anyways, now we're playing it, and now we get to play around with Minechem. And I'm going to reload the chunks again. And there we go. So, yeah. So anyways, so it's based around ComputerCraft, and based around Galacticraft is the other big one, and Minechem. And so it's kind of like a science tech kind of setup to the whole thing. And that looks like a tall thing of oil right there. But yeah, so we've also got other mods in here, which is, like, one mod is applied in Energistics, which adds the ability to convert items into digital things and stuff like that. And you might say, but Handy Andy, they are already digital because it's part of a game and it's on a computer and all that. And yeah, but within the context of the game, it makes them digital. So yeah, so that's the thing. And we've got other mods too. Railcraft is another big one that we'll probably be dealing with, or playing with, or whatever. I guess you could say dealing with it, because dealing with it basically means doing something with it. So yeah, we'll be dealing with that one in the future. And Nihilo is another mod that basically it helps towards the goal of making everything automatable, because it's a mod which adds... It's designed for Skyblock, basically. And if you don't know what Skyblock is, just in summary, it's basically you have this little island in the sky, this tiny little island with like one tree or something like that, and nothing else in the entire world, and you have to build up from that. And Ex Nihilo is a mod to help you to build up from almost nothing like that. So, yeah, so that's a thing. And let's see, I think that's basically all of the mods. Let me see. Oh, BuildCraft. Almost forgot BuildCraft. That's the thing that makes the quarry that we've been working on for a long time. That's kind of intended more as a helper mod. And basically the idea being that it's for, like, to help make things more automatable. And all of a sudden my arm is there. I don't know why my arm's there all of a sudden. But that's the thing. So, yeah. So then we've got a few other mods like EnderStorage and NotEnoughItems and stuff like that, which basically just sort of add helpers to sort of make the automation either possible or easier or something like that. And yeah, so that's basically the mods that we're using. So this mod pack is basically, it's centered around thinking, it's centered around tech, and it's centered around making the game, like, we can play it whatever way we want, you know, but making the game as close to regular Minecraft as possible. And yeah, so that's basically the idea. And we're getting a lot of lag. I wonder if this is just the lag of creating new chunks or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, we're getting near the end, actually, of the shoreline of this map. And pretty soon, we're going to be heading in to land. As soon as, first we're going to finish exploring the... Actually, you know what? I think, okay, this is a meteor right here. That's from the Applied Energistics mod. It's actually Applied Energistics 2, in case you're wondering. This one up at the top here that I'm flashing on and off there. Applied Energistics 2. But yeah, so there's a meteor, and it happened to land right in the middle of the water. Let's see if I can get a higher angled view on it. And yeah, so it's kind of in there. Hopefully you can sort of see it. But anyways, yeah, so that's the thing. So I think we're near the end of the shoreline, actually. And as soon as we reach the end of the shoreline, what we're going to do is we're going to head in to the land and start exploring that way. And we'll go back later sometime to explore the ocean more. But yep, there we are. We're at the end of the map. So let's head back and crash our boat again, of course, because the day wouldn't be complete without crashing the boat. And now let's head back across the land here, if I can get up the hill. So yeah, so that's basically the idea. So later on, okay, so before I talk about that, so and sorry about this fan noise. I wasn't expecting to have to use it, so I don't have any insulation set up. Basically, all I do for insulation is I put a folded up blanket in between the fan and the mic. So, yeah. Let's see where we're going from here. Oh, yes. So, basically, I kind of already said this, but basically, as part of the idea being have it, like, not like regular mod packs, I took out a lot of... Maybe we can get a better look at the meteor from here. Aha! There's the meteor. See? Does that actually show up on the map? I don't know. Because that would be a good thing to have on the map. So, yeah, so, I took out a lot of the obvious ways to do things in this mod pack, and so basically, one of the biggest differences that I've run into so far is there are other mods which add the ability to right-click automatically, for instance. So what that would be, like, for instance, if you're trying to use something, use a tool or something, like a shovel, let's say. Actually, the shovel can't, no, that's left-clicking. Anyways, right-clicking is the thing that I run into all the time that I need to do, and I don't actually, to my knowledge, I don't have a mod that can do right-clicking. The mods that are sort of by, like, that are normally used to do right-clicking, I don't have any of those. So, yeah, so that's basically the thing. That's the biggest, actually, that's the biggest thing that I've run into so far. And it may not sound like much, but when you're trying to automate everything that could be automated, it actually gets quite a thing. So, for example, Nihilo, that skyblock mod there, adds a way to produce all kinds of different metals and whatever. It adds a sieve, and that sieve, basically, if you right-click the sieve, it will sift sand, and it will create, you'll get dusts and things out of the sand that you sift. And so that's a really nice thing. So right-clicking that and everything like that. So what would be really nice is to couple that sieve from Nihilo with something that can, Nihilo, sorry, I think that's how you pronounce it. To couple that sieve with something that can actually handle the right-clicking for you. But I don't have something like that I've found, anyways, in these mod packs. And all of the ways that I am aware to do that, to be able to do that, are not in this mod pack. So basically, I have to stand there and right-click for a while. Or what I like to do, actually, is get something heavy I can put on a key on my keyboard, and then have that right-click for me. And what is my hand doing in the way? It's not supposed to be in the way. Let's see if I put this back. Oh, there we go. My hand's in the right place now. So now I can see what's going on. You know what I should have done is I should have gotten some shears while I was out. And then I could have could have gotten some wool while I was going. So anyways, yeah, so that's, I think I'm kind of getting long and sort of repeating myself a lot and all that kind of stuff. But I think that's actually almost everything that needs to be said. So the only other thing is, so that has explained what is a thinking pack and explained some different things about it. And now, oh, the only other thing about that, actually, is that the idea I'm sort of going for is basing around ComputerCraft as much as possible. And so that's kind of the idea as far as, like, actually doing the projects. But here's the thing. ComputerCraft, as you can tell, because I've spent, like, I don't even know, like, 10 episodes or something on ComputerCraft, it takes a long time to do anything. And especially when I have to figure something out from scratch, it really, like, this project that I've been working on with it is something that I've figured out already. But when I have to figure something out from scratch, it takes even longer because I have to do the off-camera work of figuring it out and all that. And so, yeah, so it takes a really long time. So the idea is to use ComputerCraft as much as possible. And The idea being, if there's an obvious way to do something, the idea is I don't want to do, like, if there's an obvious way to do something, like, for example, the quarry. There was an obvious way to get lava from underground up to the quarry. And because it was the obvious way, we found a ComputerCraft way to do it. And actually, even if there was no obvious way, we would try to find a ComputerCraft way to do it. But obviously, we can't do ComputerCraft on everything, because that would probably get pretty boring, and also it takes a long time to get anything done. So yeah, so basically that's the idea. So if something's taking too long, then we'll go back to the regular way, just to like do whatever with it or whatever. And we could always do something a certain way and then go back later and change it, make it better, or change it to a different method or whatever. But anyways, yeah, so the quarry, like, I'm hoping at some point I have an idea for a quarry program that I want to make, but I'm not really sure how to make it. So we might build an actual quarry out of ComputerCraft sometime in the future, but that probably won't be for a very long time. So anyway, so that's kind of the idea. So we'll see how that goes. One of the things is that... Oops, I've gone way off the map. One of the things is that if I'm trying to do non-obvious ways, well, as soon as I say, like, oh, here's a way to do it or whatever, then it becomes obvious. So it's kind of more a matter of judgment call or whatever on exactly what I want to do and what I don't want to do. And let's see, how far until I get back on the map? Oh, there we go. So, yeah, so anyways, so that's kind of part of the idea. And we'll see how it goes. So basically, we have a list of challenges. And here's where we get to the fun stuff. So all that... I probably should have started with the fun stuff, I don't know. But all that I talked about was basically how we're going to go about doing the series, doing these challenges or whatever that we're doing. And there's pumpkins here, actually. I think I might as well grab some pumpkins while we're here. Seeing as it's not every day you run across pumpkins, we might actually need them in the future, so we'll see. And just to check, you can make pumpkin seeds? Yes, you can. Alright. Okay. So yeah, so that's... all of that I just talked about was how we're going to be doing the series, or according to the plan, at least. And of course, the plan can change. Like, for example, ComputerCraft, I was only intending to spend like 3 episodes, maybe 4... on that last project that we were working on, or still are working on. And now it's been like, what? I think we started in episode 6, maybe? So it's been like 10 plus like 3, so it's been like 13 episodes we've been working on that one ComputerCraft project. So, yeah. And it's, that happens sometimes, that it takes a long time to do a project, but just, it can get very boring over time. So, yeah, but anyways, so my point was that unless plans change or whatever, like changing from 4 episodes to 13 or changing whatever, unless plans change, that's the way we're going to be doing the series. And by the way, if you have any suggestions for that, for how you would like the plans to change or not change, leave a comment and I'll consider your suggestion and see if it sort of sounds good or fits with what I'm trying to do or whatever, or yeah, we'll see. But anyways, leave a comment and we'll see what comes of it. But yeah, so back to what I was saying about, so that was how we're going to be doing the series. Now, what are the challenges? What are the goals? What are all that kind of stuff that we're going to be doing with it? And I think I'm going to have to go around the water here. So basically the idea is, here's our challenges. We are never going to go to the Nether in this series. That's the plan, at least. And we are never going to use any potions or any magic. And we're doing, as I said before, trying to find non-standard, sort of unusual ways to do things that aren't sort of pre-packaged in a mod, although we will do some of those. As you can see, we've built a quarry, which is part of the basic mod. And we'll be going to Galacticraft, we'll be going to the space and everything like that, which there's no other way to do that. So we'll be doing it that way and all that kind of stuff. And so yeah, so no Nether, no potions, no magic, and using very few mods, and gonna do mostly everything on camera. So the idea behind that is that two things. One, when it's all edited and all choppy and whatever, you, like, as a person watching, it's very difficult to get the feel for actually, like, what it's like to play the game. Because it's just like, oh, here's, like, some highlight of the thing that happened or whatever. And here's another highlight of the thing, but you don't get to see the actual, like, process or whatever. So we're doing mostly everything on camera, so kind of, especially if you're new to the game or whatever, you'll get to see more how the game is actually, what the game is actually like when you're playing it and all that kind of stuff. And also, it makes it easier for me because the biggest problem in the past, as I've tried to do series, they've all ended up stopping or whatever, or not continuing. And the biggest problem is that it takes so long to make them. If I have to do all my research off camera, then I go on camera and I'm like record for a while, and then I have to edit down the not so interesting parts and all that kind of stuff, and then it winds up taking a very, very long time. So, like, for example, a half hour, let's say I've done before space astronomy, which is, actually, I'm hoping to do that again. It would be very nice to do. And if anyone is interested, by the way, if you enjoyed the space astronomy series that we did, me and Markery, then leave a comment and let us know about it, because it's very hard to fit into our schedule, but if we know that people are actually interested, then it kind of makes it, like, more of a, yeah, we want to sort of, like, fit this in somehow, or whatever. It adds to the equation as we're figuring out whether to spend time on it or not. So, yeah, so if you enjoyed the space astronomy series, if you enjoyed the space astronomy series, then leave a comment and let us know about it, because of the reasons I just said. I don't need to repeat myself. I do that a lot, actually. This video might be able to be 20 minutes long if I didn't repeat myself so many times. Maybe even only 10 minutes long, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, if I stop repeating myself, it would work better. So yeah, so basically, take a space astronomy video, for example, and it would take, to make a half-hour video, we'd record for, so we'd make like maybe 2 episodes, we record maybe 2 episodes, maybe 3 episodes in a sitting, and that would be like 3 hours of recording, 3 hours of pretty much actually recording the whole time, and then we'd sit down to actually do the space astronomy series. Like, I'd sit down to actually edit the videos, and I would cut that 3 hours of recording down into, like, 3 episodes or 2 episodes or whatever. Let's say if it were 2 episodes. If it's 3 episodes, it's slightly easier. But if it's 2 episodes, it would be, like, 2 half-hour videos. So the 2 episodes, so the 3 hours of recording would be cut down into an hour of video. And that may not sound like much, but basically I'd take the 3 hours that we recorded, I'd have to watch it through, and as I'm going, clip out the parts that aren't so interesting. And so I basically spend 3 hours watching through the whole thing the first time, and then maybe it goes down to maybe 2 hours, or 2.5, or maybe 1.5, or something like that. Then I have to watch it through again, and clip out some more, and everything like that to make it more interesting. And I think, and I don't know what you guys think about this, but I think it actually worked out pretty well. I think the end product looked really, really good and everything like that. But my point is that it would take like 6 hours or 9 hours or sometimes even 12 hours as I went over it and over it and over it again, because every time you go over it, like, let's say it's down to an hour on one video, the footage that I have is down to an hour after clipping it, then I have to go through it again. That's a whole hour to watch it through again and clip it some more and all that kind of stuff. So the hours pile up very fast, and being busy with all the things that I'm busy with and all that kind of stuff, I don't have time to do a weekly series like that. I might be able to do like maybe once a month or maybe once every 2 months or something. I don't know. We'll have to see, but I can't keep it up as a weekly series. And Space Astronomy, the reason I'm picking on that one is because that was the hardest one to record. Not to record, but to edit. That took, if I could get the right tenses of my words, that took the most time out of any series that I've done to produce from beginning to end. That took the most time out of anything. So that's why I'm sort of picking on that one. But a lot of what I've done before has been that same kind of idea. So anyways, all that to say the point, that's one reason I'm doing mostly everything on camera, is so that it takes a lot less time to record. It's basically just a matter of take the time that I've spent recording, like let's say, well, in this case it's actually been 45 minutes now, so it's about time to end off the episode, but it's been 45 minutes now. I just basically have to take this, stick it in my video editor, and change some of the sound and stuff, and watch through it once, so that's like 45 minutes to watch through it, plus a little bit of time to change sounds, add the intro and all that kind of stuff, so maybe an hour total of editing time, and then I have to wait to render, and then after it's done, then it's just a matter of watching to confirm that the video actually rendered properly and didn't break or anything, and then it's uploading time. So that's basically all there is to it. So this series, basically for a 45-minute video, it takes maybe an hour and 45 minutes to do the later part of the producing the way I'm doing it. And I just landed straight in the puddle. So yeah, so it's very different than 12 hours per episode, which Space Astronomy has been a lot of times. But yeah, on that note, if you're interested in Space Astronomy, we might be able to do it as sort of a once a month or once every 2 months. It depends. As far as the editing goes, I think I could do that. As far as the timing, getting the recording coordinated between, like, when is Mercury available, when am I available, and whatever, I don't know. But that's what I'm saying. If we know people are interested, then it sort of adds to the incentive to do it. But anyways, back to the point. The point being, I'm going to do mostly everything on camera because it makes it nice in its own way for you guys to watch it, because you get to see more of what the game is actually like to play, and it makes it a lot easier to produce, so I can keep them coming every, like, once a week or so. And yeah, so that's basically the idea. Another goal that we're going to go for, hopefully, we'll see how this goes, but anyways, oh, I almost forgot. Did I say peaceful mode? We're going to keep it in peaceful mode. I'm going to keep it in peaceful mode, basically, because it's just, I don't know, I enjoy playing it that way. So, and very few people on YouTube actually play it that way. So, yeah. So anyways, peaceful mode, no nether, no potions or magic, and no, and doing mostly everything on camera. And we might at some point add invasion mod just to try to do like a super invasion of like 200 waves or something like that. I don't know, we'll see. But anyways, I might even break that into a separate series when the time comes. We'll see how that goes. But anyways, so that is basically all I have to say about a thinking pack. So that was, we covered what is a thinking pack, we covered explaining a bunch of different things about it, and we covered defining a list of the challenges that we're sort of going for. And as far as, so those are challenges for as we're doing things, that's how we do it. And by the way, peaceful mode is not just like, oh, there's no monsters. It's like, oh, there's no monsters, and so we can't get rotten flesh, and we can't get bones, and we can't get whatever the same way that we usually get them. And which means we can't get bone meal to grow things with and all that kind of stuff. So it does actually add its own challenges. But yeah, so that basically covers the challenges along the way. And sort of our goals that we're going for are, let's see, I have some goals written down here. Main goals. Okay. The goal, so basically I'm making the goals really, really big, some of them, and then it's a matter of seeing how close we can get to that. So basically, main goals, automating just about everything you could ever want automated in Minecraft, and that would be using mostly, not mostly, but using primarily the ComputerCraft mod and also other ones, as I've already talked about, so I don't need to repeat myself again. But, yeah, so automate pretty much anything you could ever want automated in Minecraft is one of the goals, the super big goals, which we may or may not get there, but we'll be going that route, that direction anyways. Visit every planet on the map, which I thought I have a map button here somewhere. Where's my map button? What is my map button mapped to on the keyboard? That would be, let's see, Railcraft, multiplayer, movement, miscellaneous, inventory, galaxy map. It's G. Okay. There we go. So we've got, currently we have the overworld, we have the moon that's around the overworld. We can create our own space station, so we'll be going to that too. And we can go to Mars, we can visit the asteroid belt, and I think there's an extension mod that adds some other planets around. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look into that when the time comes. But basically, yeah, so that's basically the idea, is visit every planet on the map, assuming things work according to plan. There's another meteor. Yay! And yeah, so automate just about anything you could possibly want in Minecraft. And even expanding on that, let's try to go for not just automation, but fast automation. Oh, a village! Our first village that we found. But yeah, so fast automation. So like, request like, let's say if you wanted stone bricks, and you request like 40,000 stone bricks or something like that, and then it would make them within a fairly reasonable amount of time. And I think I'm actually going to park here for a bit. Speaking of park, there's a railway station here. We could actually expand our rail system over to here. Speaking of rail system, build a massive rail system is one of the other challenges that I'd like to do. And so that we can go to basically any location that we'd want to go to on the map here. And yeah, and I'd like to even try to build an impenetrable fortress on every planet that we visit, so that then we can do an invasion mod sort of thing on the planet if we want to, and we would be able to actually survive or whatever for a while. And yeah, so that's basically the goals. Automate just about everything we could want, visit every single planet on the system and build a big base on it, and set up high volume automation to be able to do large things like crafting like 40,000 cobblestone in like a few minutes or whatever. See how that goes. And yeah, so that's some of the ideas. And yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I think we're gonna start out the next video actually exploring this village a little bit, seeing what they have to trade, and wishing I had brought some emeralds with me. Actually, I don't have any emeralds at home, so I couldn't have brought them with me. So anyways, but yeah, so we're kind of gonna start off the next episode here. Whoops, Twitch broadcasting. I pressed the wrong button. There we go. So yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed the video, and hopefully that made some sense to you. And of all those challenges and those goals and everything, obviously we can't do all of them at the same time and whatever, so I'm going to be doing, like, I'm going to be working more on one first and on another and all that kind of stuff. And it's raining. Great. But yeah, so basically, yeah, so what I'm saying is, of all those goals and challenges and whatever, if you have a preference as to which goal you think I should go for first, if you think I should go to space first, if you think I should work on some super automation first, if you think I should, and I'm going to be sort of interweaving them back and forth, but sort of focusing more in one direction. And if you think I should work on building a fortress first, or building a rail system first, or whatever, then yeah, leave a comment and let me know which direction you think I should go in first. And yeah, also the space astronomy thing, just let us know if you're interested at all. Doesn't mean necessarily we'll be able to do it, but it'd be nice to know at least that people have enjoyed it and are interested in whatever. And yeah, so come back next episode, and we are going to be doing some things like, we're going to be exploring this village actually next episode, and then we're going to get on to tying up the loose ends of that quarry fueling project that we've been working on, and then hopefully get on to other things like, I don't know, perhaps we'll start on Minechem, perhaps we'll, I don't know, we have a lot of different directions we could go. Minechem's probably the best idea, so I don't know, we'll have to see. But anyways, yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed the video, and see you later. Bye-bye!